I was very ashamed, very, very ashamed. I know that God will always be there, God will always forgive me, but it was the fact that I wasn't able to forgive myself, so that was definitely tough. I've been playing basketball since I was 9 or 10 is when I started church league with my dad, who's my coach. So that's where my first love started with basketball. My dad is the best role model I have ever had in my life, and that definitely was an opportunity where I found my best friend, I guess you could say. When I was a senior in high school, I had an unhealthy relationship, I guess you could say, with was probably like my first boyfriend. Right before my basketball season started, I found out that I was 3 weeks pregnant. There was a lot of talk about whether or not I should keep it and what I should do, but I had decided that I wanted to keep it. But 3 weeks after that, I found out I had an ectopic pregnancy. I lost the baby, and that was definitely a pivotal moment. For years after that, I really didn't know how to handle it. I was just stuck in a space where I was doing nothing for anyone but myself, basically. And I really fell away from going to church consistently, and basketball is a great outlet, but I made basketball was life. Everybody always says ball is life, but I made it so much so that I wasn't really living to be who I was, but what I was doing. My freshman year, I played at Mary Washington, and I partied a lot my freshman year, and it definitely did not bode very well for me. I made a lot of bad decisions. My sophomore year, I actually didn't make the team. My dad was there the whole time, but he was disappointed, and my dad was my best friend, so it was really tough for me to live with the guilt. That's why I ended up moving out. So I didn't think I was gonna be able to play anymore in basketball, so I lived on my own for about a year. I worked as a waitress and went to school part-time. One of my really good friends, he told me about the school, and I'm like, at Venice, what is that? Like, what's Washington at Venice? Where is that, So I get in contact with Coach Lyons. He took a chance on me, and honestly, that probably has to be the biggest blessing I've had since my dad. Him and the basketball team here are like my family away from home. Sisters I never knew that I would ever have. My first year here, I went out and partied, as I would hate to admit, but during the revival last year, Jeremy Anderson came and spoke, and he spoke directly to leaders at one point, and it really struck me because I'm in a leadership position as a captain on the basketball team. So for a whole year, essentially, I was leading my team in the wrong direction. When he was speaking, I felt like he was speaking directly to me, and whether that was intentional or not, I'll never know, but him and God were talking to me that night. I was like, if I stay seated right now, I'll be seated forever. Like I'll never stand if I don't stand right now. So I stood up and I walked to the front, and that was probably the hardest part because the people that were in front of me that I was standing up in front of were the same people that I was partying with and the same people that I was making bad decisions with. So it meant a lot to me that God gave me the courage to show everybody that I was willing to stand for Him. It's crazy because I always thank God, like, thank you for giving me another chance to play basketball, thank you for giving me another opportunity, and here I am, He's using me for so much more. So whereas before I used basketball as an outlet to deal with, the things that I was dealing with in my life at the time, now I see basketball as a way to reach others. Before, my teammates were my sisters. I wanted to go out, I wanted to enjoy my time with them, but now it's like, I want to see them for eternity. When God saves you, He's not saving you just for you. Everybody in their own way is a leader, whether you're a leader on the basketball court or in a school or a classroom or just in life and your job. Everybody has their own contributions that are incredibly vital to strive every day to be closer and closer to God and to show others what that means.